Welcome back to the Mental Playbook with Christine Dalgity, Season 2. This season, we are expanding the conversation, hearing from mental health experts, professionals from different industries, and people in the sports world about how they take care of their minds, handle challenges, and build the mindset to thrive both on the job and in life. So, grab a coffee, get comfy, tune in, get inspired, and let's dive into some fascinating conversations. Remember, your mind is super powerful, and with the right tools and knowledge, you can master your mental playbook. And while you're doing that, take care of you. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mental Playbook with Christine Dalgity. I often talk about being a Gen Xer and all that is Gen X and how different generations see things differently, and I don't need to explain all of it. And so we thought it would be a good idea to do a Gen Xer with a Gen Zer. And I have a beautiful niece, Danica, who's taking over for Lily, doing the social media now. So she's going to ask me some questions. And I think not the last podcast, the one before that, when Lily asked me a question, and the way I saw it and the way Danica saw it was completely different. And that was absolutely generational in that. So Danica came up with the idea that it might be cool to do, the difference and just different perspectives, different experiences, that sort of thing. I'm also, in true Gen X style, propped up here because I threw my back out, and sitting in this chair, even though it's my comfy, safe chair, hurts. So I'm kind of propped up with pillows here, but I say true Gen X style because my brain thinks I'm 30, and then my body reminds me that I'm not, and I was doing a workout and maybe lifted heavier doing a deadlift than I should have. So I've been sore. Yeah. Very, very sore. Anyway, yeah. So you've had to put up with me for the last week, not being able to move very well, or work out, which I don't like. But anyway, So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do Gen X versus Gen Z and see where it goes. I don't know what she's gonna ask me or what we're gonna talk about, but here we go.
So to start off, we're going to do a who's more likely to generations.
Okay.
So we can both answer. I'll answer too. You can go first, though.
Oh, of course.
Be interesting to see. Yeah. Okay. So first up, who's most likely to Google their symptoms and convince themselves they have something serious?
Gen Z.
I agree. Yeah.
We just kind of tough it out. Although a lot of Gen Xer clients now do that. I tell everyone stop going to Dr. Google, but I do it myself sometimes too. But yeah, Gen Z.
Okay. Who's most likely to cancel plans because they're socially drained?
Gen Z.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. All right. Who's most likely to text instead of making a phone call?
Gen Z.
Yeah. I'm so scared to make phone calls.
The thing is, so am I.
Yeah.
But not scared to make phone calls. I have social anxiety, so I need to be prepared. I don't like to be on the spot.
Yeah, same.
But I do know that I grew up with telephones. You guys didn't really. I mean, you did. You grew up with phones, but smartphones and stuff. So you have texted more than,
Like my phone will ring and I'll go, oh, okay, and I'll ignore it. If they leave a message, it's important. If not important.
That's right.
Who's most likely to stay loyal to a job that they don't enjoy?
Gen X.
Yeah.
That's what we were taught. Pension, benefits, even if you're miserable, stick with it. Yeah. I think that's also changing a little bit. I have a lot of Gen Xers who are changing jobs now in late 40s, 50s. Yeah.
All right, last one. Who's most likely to start therapy first?
Gen Z.
Yeah. Gen
Xers pride themselves in being stressed out, frazzled, exhausted, but I can keep going. I don't need to tell my problems to someone.
Yeah, so on that, what do you think one stereotype of your generation that is true?
Stereotype that is true?
Yeah.
Just that, that we're tough. But, I mean, we're tough. Things don't bother us that bother your generation. And I think older millennials too might fit in that. Although I think that Gen X should go, it goes 1965 to 1980. I think Gen X should go 1965 to 1985 because I think people born in that first half of the 80s also were raised kind of like this too. But I think that things don't bother us so much. Like we don't care about things that we're tough.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think that a lot of the things that people hear and like your generation, they don't believe. Like we were sent outside and
I was sent outside. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we were sent outside and told not to come back home until lunchtime.
Oh.
Or told not to come back home until like literally the street lights came on and we were like, oh, gotta go home.
Oh, okay.
It's like that kind of stuff. That is all true.
Yeah.
Standing up in the front seat of a car. We didn't have seatbelts when I was a kid. Like literally they didn't come in cars. Your Aunt Allie, not me, Aunt Allie fell out of the car. She was playing with it and we were in the back seat. And
like driving?
Yeah, we were driving. Well, your grandmother, Nan, was driving and she was playing with the door handle and all of a sudden we were behind the arena. Thankfully, Mom was going really slow, and Allison just like rolled out. And I was like, Mommy, Allison fell out of the car. And then my mom was like, wah, slammed on the brakes, jumped out, dusted her off, put her back in the car and drove off. Like,
all right.
Yeah, so.
Well then.
We're tough.
Yeah.
We're tough lot.
What's one stereotype that is completely wrong?
I think that we raised our kids. Like, I see on TikTok and stuff that we raised our kids without caring and stuff like that. Like, some earlier millennials and Gen Zers go on there saying, just because you raised your kids this way, but it's actually, no, we were raised that way.
Yeah.
We didn't raise our kid. I didn't raise my son the way I was raised. Now, don't get me wrong. My parents were good parents. Your grandparents were good parents. It's not that it was just the generation. Like that was, you know, but I raised my son in a way that I am not going to bubble wrap you and I am not going to coddle you. And if you need me, I'm there, but you need to figure out your problems first. I'm your backup. But I think that some of the stuff I see out there is that we raised our kids without care. I'm trying to think of other stereotypes that might...
I feel like that's a big one. Like I see that too a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think of two of the Gen Xers that I follow on social media, Slim Sherry and Kelly Mano. They both come out with things that, and I'm trying to think of stuff that they've said too, but because they stitch some of the Gen Zers, Like, yeah. Something else might come to me.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay, sounds good. So from that, what's one stereotype that's completely wrong about my generation, do you think?
Oh, can't you answer that?
Well, I mean, I can speak for myself, and then, like, I get that TikTok and stuff, like, some people are, like, overly dramatic with how Gen Z's being portrayed and stuff, and I kind of see that, and I'm like, hey, like, I'm nothing like that. Like, a lot of the people that I know are nothing like that, and it, like, kind of makes me mad, because it's, like, people will see that and be like, okay, everyone's like that.
100%. I agree. Because I don't see you as like what we see as Gen Zers. Totally. Yeah. Right? I mean, some of the stuff, but that's just your generation. Yeah. That's not, but some of the stuff that I see, like, you know, some of the work ethic and stuff like that, I don't see that with you. I see the opposite in many ways in which, you know, like the last week at the office, I sent an email just like but I talked to Kyla, not you, and then you came in and you were on it and you switched stuff around. I was like, that was just a proposal. But it turned out it was fine because then Colleen did want it to go through, but you had reached out to clients and you had done it that's not what we normally see, you know, the stereotype of can't work before this time and can't work after this time and I can only do this and I need a nap and I need like that kind of stuff. I don't see a lot of that with you. I do see it in other Gen Zers, not all. Yeah. But I think it's the same with, I think a lot of Gen Xers are pretty the same. Yeah. Pretty much the same across the board, but like millennials too. Like I don't see Ryan as stereotypical millennial in Ryan and Jody in some ways, but I do see it in some ways. Yeah. But that's just generational. That's not a diss on them, right?
No, I know, yeah.
But yeah, I get that because what you see on social media, and sometimes it's accurate.
Yeah. But it's like, for how many people is it accurate? Like, it's just like 1 in 10, and it's like, okay, people who don't know a Gen Zer personally just think, okay, we're all like that.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
But there are some of you out there.
Stop it. Okay. So we're going into growing up. Okay. So your childhood.
Okay. So
just start off light. What did your weekends look like?
My weekends, got up in the morning. I don't know what time we were always up, but we were always up early before mom and dad. They didn't sleep in, but like 6, let's say, and they got up at 7:30 or 8. And then, so I have 3 siblings, as you know, your aunt and uncles, or no, one of them's your dad. But John, the oldest, like it was John, Steve, and I, because I'm the third and Allison's 5 years younger than me. So by the time, John's 10 years older than her. So by the time she was doing this, he was kind of sleeping in or whatever. But John, Steve, and I, and then Allison when she came along. But we'd get up in the morning, make a bowl of honeycomb cereal, and get in front of the TV and watch Bugs Bunny and mostly Bugs Bunny, those cartoons. And well, Friday nights, mom and dad always took us to Mama's Place restaurant. Every Friday night we went out for dinner as a family. And then we went home. We'd stop at Becker's and get a bag of chips and pop. And
how much did that cost?
Oh, like a big bag of chips then was like I don't know, 75 cents or $1. Like it wasn't $6 or something. I mean, we went to the Superior restaurant, which is like the best cheeseburger and fries with gravy. You love it now. It's still here in Elma, but we would go there. I'd get a cheeseburger, half a fry with gravy, and a vanilla Coke for like $3. But anyway, so we would go to Mo's Place, then we'd go to Becker's, get chips and pop, and mom and dad would get a babysitter. Often it was my mom's best friend's daughter, Donna, who was like a big sister to me, and they would go to the Legion and have their Friday night with all of their friends, and then Saturday morning we would get up and do what I said. Saturday afternoon, I spent a lot of time at both my grandparents with my grandmothers. Stayed a lot of Saturday nights over with one of them. Not because my parents were, trying to get rid of me or going out even. It's just I love being there. But often on the weekends we were outside. We did not go inside. We played kick the can. We played tag. I was the only boy for a long time in the neighborhood.
Only girl?
Sorry, I was the only girl. I was the only girl. I wanted to be a boy because I was the only girl. And so I was a bit of a tomboy. On the weekends too, my brothers, when I started when I was about 5, so they were 8 and 11, they would dress me up in goalie equipment in the garage. You've heard this story. And take slap shots at me. Yep. And I had equipment on, kind of. And I would cry sometimes because it hurt. And they'd say, if you want to be a boy, boys don't cry. And so I'd be like, okay, do it again. Poof, in the head. Yeah. I made some pretty good saves. And then Allison, when she got a bit older, so your dad is 8 years older than Allison. And, right? Yeah. Yeah. And John's 10 Yeah. So, and they were doing slap shots and stuff at her.
Oh.
Too, and throwing footballs, or baseballs.
Yeah.
I'd be catcher too. And your dad was a pitcher, and he'd whip baseballs at me. And like, I remember him throwing them at Allison at one point, and it knocked her right on her back. But we were tough. See?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, yeah. So we just play with all the neighborhood kids. Go to the park. We lived near Gemmell Park. We'd go to the park. Our parents would have zero idea where we were all day.
Yeah.
Like, I think about walking home from school in kindergarten. I mean, I didn't live far, but I crossed
Streets.
Perth Street,
Yeah.
that's very busy, or Bridge Street and Perth Street. And I think about McKinley, that's how old McKinley, there is no way he'd be walking home by
Yeah.
himself, right? But yeah.
Just the way it was.
So that's kind of, yeah, the weekends my mom and dad were involved in a lot of stuff, so they had a lot of parties. Like we had people over, the Civitan Club, the Legion. My mom and dad ran Old Home Week, so we had like Stomp and Tom stayed at our house, I think. No, maybe he didn't stay at our house, but he was there. Yeah, stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. How were you disciplined as a child?
I was never hit.
Okay.
But a lot, I don't even think any of my friends really were, but we were threatened a lot.
Yeah.
Uncle John and your dad were spanked.
Yeah.
But Allison and I weren't. My
No.
dad Pops had a very, the way you treat boys and the way you treat girls, it's very different.
Yeah.
And I mean, Christmas cards,
Yeah.
I found out the day before, well, not the day before he died, but like 3 days before, when I was getting him to sign all the Christmas cards. And he was getting upset with me because he's like, well, is this for one of the boys or the girls? And I'm like, Dad, what does it matter?
Yeah.
It's just, they're all the same. And he's like, no, is it for the boys? I'm like, why does it matter? I said, okay, this one's for Steve. And then he just wrote Dad. And I was like, okay. I'm like, okay, this one's for Allison. Love, Dad.
Yeah.
So all the girls I said, you only put love, Dad, for the girls? He goes, well, I'm not putting love for the boys. Right? So
Yeah.
that's the way we were raised. So discipline for me, I got spanked once, and that's because I fell down the stairs, and I was carrying Allison's baby carriage, not her, like her doll carriage, and we were playing dress up, and I had my pants rolled up, and I had these big heels, and one of the heels got caught in the cuff of the other one, and I just went down like 12 stairs to the basement. And I scared Pop, so he picked me up really quickly and he spanked me. And I was like,
What was that
because I was
for?
screaming, crying. I think I was like 8 years old. And I was like, why'd you hit me? And he's like, why would you do something so stupid? Right?
Yeah.
But it was more like, quit your crying or I'll give you something to cry about.
Yeah.
I heard that a lot. I was kind of daddy's girl for a long time, but we'd be sent to our room. We'd be grounded. I was grounded more than, I didn't even do that much, but
Yeah.
I was grounded a lot. I was the first girl, so I paved the way for your other aunt. But there was a lot of like threats in the sense that, I can't say it because but like things that Pop might have said, but it was the respect and the, I think that I respected my father my whole life, but I think a lot of it too is in that generation was respect out of fear.
Yeah.
Right? Like you did not dare. I mean, there was a show called Wait Till Your Father Gets Home when I was growing up. And it was always, the mom would say, wait till your father gets home. And then the threat of that was like, and the threat of ever disappointing my father. I think you have that, but I think that that's so different in my generation and your generation. Yeah. I see the way, like I was 52 when Pop died, and I still did not swear in front of him, right? Whereas I hear like teenagers cursing and swearing in front of their parents, and their parents dropping F-bombs back, and I'm like, whoa, this is not cool. So discipline, but for a lot of not my friends, my generation, there was, like at school, there was maybe a bit older than me, but there was like the ruler, like one of my vice principal, Mrs. Bradley, she was this short little thing, and my friend Lena, she was at the front of the class, my friend Tracy was right in front of the teacher's desk, and Lena would turn around and talk to us all the time, and Mrs. Bradley had a stack of books, and she hit her over the head with the books because she was talking.
Oh.
Right? So, I mean, but there was the strap, the belt, you know, a lot of open up a can of whoop ass kind of stuff, but not in my house.
No.
My dad didn't, and my mom, I mean, Dad was kind of the disciplinarian, but
Yeah.
I don't ever remember other than being grounded and seeing Dad mad at me. But all he'd have to say is, like, he'd say my name and I'd be like,
Sorry.
or if I saw the look of anger on his face, that was it. John, not so much, but the rest of us, yeah. I remember your dad disrespected Nan once, and all he heard was Pop coming home, and it was like, he never did again.
No.
But he never got, like, hit or anything like that. But we'd even hear Pop smoked then, and we'd be up in our rooms carrying on, and he'd be watching TV in the basement, and when he got halfway up the stairs, we'd hear him cough, and we'd be diving into our beds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Cool.
that's different than your generation.
Yeah. And going off of that, did your parents ever talk about feelings?
Oh, Lord, help me, no. No.
Yeah.
The motto for Gen Xers was quit being so sensitive. Life is hard, get over it.
Yeah.
Right? No, we did not. I didn't know I had social anxiety, like that fear of judgment and having to be like the perfectionism and stuff like that until I was like well into my adult and doing my training, and I was like,
wait a second.
Because whenever I felt that way, I was told to suck it up, buttercup.
Yeah.
No, feelings were never discussed. Not in a way that, no.
No. Yeah. Okay, I figured.
That would be an emphatic no. We did not talk about feelings. You did not, you know, that my generation growing up was people outside our house don't need to know what goes on in the house.
Yeah.
Right? And we don't talk about our feelings, and we don't, no.
All right. Okay.
No.
We're going to move on to what I think is one of the bigger divides of our generation, and that is technology.
Okay.
Okay. So, what do you think is the biggest difference between growing up with technology as a Gen Z versus growing up without it as a Gen X?
Resilience and self-esteem and external validation and the need for external validation and more lack of empathy and more anxiety, social anxiety for your generation. I am thrilled that we didn't have the technology when I was growing up.
I was just going to say, like, what do you think, like, privacy-wise?
I would go back to that in a heartbeat. Yeah, of course. I love all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's so easy to pick up your phone and just like ask, you know, AI a question. But you grew up, your generation grew up with likes and, you know, and I remember when you were in grade 9 and stuff and that boy ghosted you.
Oh, geez.
And I remember thinking like, oh, like this is silliness. Not that you were hurt or anything like that, but just that, you know, until it happened to me.
Yeah, you're like, wait a second.
This is so not cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Many years later. But I just think all of that, I think that everything's done behind the phone or behind the keyboard, so to speak. And so, and you guys get your have gotten your validation from likes and comments and like so many times people say, so-and-so didn't even like my thing. Okay, well maybe they're busy or they didn't see it. And that like has ended friendships. Like in therapy, I see that, right? I'm glad I didn't grow up that in privacy. Yeah. I'm so happy there was no phones taping what I was doing as a teenager.
I've heard that so many times, like people from your generation being like, if there were phones back then, like, but yeah.
But there was something, like, there was more human connection.
Yeah.
We were outside doing things and not stuck on the phone, right?
Yeah.
the technology, it's harder for us to learn it, so to speak. I mean, how many times have I said to you, I don't know how to do this?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you show me, you're like, boop, boop, boop. McKinley and Edie do that now.
That's crazy.
But, yeah. How many times have I said to you over the years, social media is the destruction of civilization?
No, I know.
And I use it all the time.
Yeah.
But if it's used in a way to help people and teach people, but it's
not often used that way.
Oh, it's so not.
Oh, I know.
And it's desensitized people to
Yeah.
human, because we see it everywhere. Not to mention all the mental health stuff I've already talked about. Our brains are not equipped to take in the amount of information and the kind of information that it does every day. Yeah. I'd go back to the 80s in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Maybe not the hairdos, but
why not? You don't like it?
it was big.
Well,
It took a lot of hairspray, and I had to like put my curling iron, like big barrel curling iron like this, and put hairspray over it to get that big whoop.
well, it's cute.
My curly hair fit in back
Yeah.
then. I didn't have to, I could leave it curly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So this is kind of more on the lighter side, I'd say, but still tech-based. So what's one thing Gen Z relies on that Gen X never had tech-wise?
Oh.
Like the first thing that comes to my mind is like my GPS in my car.
Yes.
Because I can't go anywhere without my GPS.
Yes. We had paper maps.
Yeah. Like that's like crazy to me.
I saw a thing, if you ever want to really mess up Gen Z, put them somewhere where they only have a paper map, a rotary phone, and there was something else. I was laughing my head off. We had like the big map, and we had to like, like GPS, ChatGPT and stuff. Even though this is just newer for you guys, it's still the ability to just look things up and not, like, we had books, like encyclopedias to learn things. We had, but GPS and backup cameras.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. Don't talk about it with me. I already know.
You guys, like, I was laughing the other day because I saw a TikTok about how Gen Xers automatically put their arm like on the back of the seat and look back to back up, and I did it twice the other day. And I was laughing because I use my camera sometimes, but I'm usually using my mirrors and
no, not me.
No,
not me at all.
No, but that's something.
What about online shopping? Well,
I enjoy that.
Well, yeah, I know. But do you think that, like, I guess we both rely on it too much?
I think Gen Zers probably rely on it more. Well, I don't know. Since COVID.
Yeah, that's true.
I just said to Sue the other, she's like, oh, I got to go. Maybe I'll go to Old Navy. I'm like, why don't you just order it online?
Yeah, exactly.
She goes, I want to see it. I need to try it on. I'm like, no, just order it online.
Yeah.
But since COVID, because I used to go to stores all the time, but online shopping became even more like Walmart delivers groceries, Costco delivers groceries now. I never have to go outside the roundabout. It's wonderful. Unless I'm going to a Sens game.
Yeah.
Or a Red Blacks game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as a therapist, do you think technology has made mental health better, worse, or just different in general?
I think that technology has enhanced access to mental health treatment, especially since COVID, because since the pandemic, because I mean the software that I use for scheduling now has a video component to it. And so more people can get access in remote areas. More people that have a hard time getting out, seniors, that kind of stuff, can use virtual means. I think that technology, like sometimes if I'm stuck on something, I can just open up my computer and research it, find some worksheets and stuff like that. I think that it's helped that way. I think that what has not helped, and I did a video on it, is people relying on AI as therapy. That is so dangerous and so, it's just not good because AI is word prediction. So, and I've seen many videos now of people trying it and then being like, what?
Yeah.
Right? So, I think that there's good components to it, but I also think that the whole AI stuff is scary with that.
Okay. So, moving on to a little bit of a mini segment on dating and relationships.
Oh.
Yes. Okay. So, what do you think about dating apps versus meeting people naturally?
I hate dating apps.
I knew that.
Yes, you do. But unfortunately, it's necessary now in many ways. I think that meeting people naturally, like I've often said, I think I've said to you, I just want to go back to where you went out and you met somebody and then, you started talking on the telephone and then you built a relationship and they didn't want to find 15 other people as options and think that there's something better out there all the time. I would do anything to go back to that, especially being my age and in the dating world now. Not that I date very often because of all of this, or put myself out there much. But I think that, but also, I mean, I've met people in the last couple of years in person and it didn't work out either because of, I don't know, I assume options and ghosting and that kind of stuff. I think that today, because again, dating apps, like I said, I think that they're necessary, and I know people who have met significant others on dating apps, don't get me wrong, but I've heard, I mean, doing what I do, I've heard so many stories of, talking for a month and a half and then boom.
Yeah.
Or like just options, and it's like online shopping for people, not relationships, people.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't like. I don't like that, I just think we need more human connection.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. I think that when you meet somebody, you can feel that connection or not. Yeah, like you're talking to the person, there's chemistry or there's not, there's oxytocin. It's not like, it's fun sometimes to be like talking to people, like texting and stuff like that, but I just see so much cheating and stuff nowadays. It's very discouraging.
Yeah.
Too much access.
Yeah. So do you think that people in relationships should be texting each other every day? Yeah.
I think that, I don't think it should have to be all day. I mean, I'm very busy.
Yeah.
I see clients. I'm not going to text you while I'm with a client.
Yeah.
I may check my phone in between. I think that check-ins throughout the day, before we had the phones, we would call our partner every day. We'd talk to them on the phone, like on the way to work or after school, or like we would talk. But I think that, if you're dating, but it doesn't, I also know people that if they text and it's like 4 hours, but the person's in meetings, it's like freak out. But again, that goes right back to this stuff, right? With texting and ghosting and all of that. And then like double texting, and I don't care if I text you and you don't reply back and I text you back.
Who cares?
Whatever. There's another difference with Gen X, and I'm not playing all those games like can't double text. I've already texted him once. What if he doesn't?
It's like there's like a rule book with texting for my generation. It's like you can't break these rules. You got to stick to it. And if you like break them, you're crazy. So
no. If I text you, I text you, and if you don't like it, well, okay, tell me.
Yep.
That's the other thing. I am not going to fall apart because I'm a Gen Xer.
Yeah.
But I've also been through enough in my life that just, you don't want to see me, you don't want to talk to me, just tell me.
Yep.
ghost me? Why?
Yeah.
Because that just messes someone up.
Sure does. Okay. So to end off that segment, do you think that your generation commits differently?
I think they used to.
Yeah.
Like, you mean in relationships.
Yeah.
I think they used to.
Yeah.
I think that, like I said, it was like often in high school too, right? And then you married your high school sweetheart. It often didn't last.
Yeah.
But I think that it was, yes, people cheated and stuff. People have cheated throughout generations. But I think that, it was more of a commitment. It wasn't, like I said, I think that it's so much options now. And so a lot of people in my generation still too, like, they don't want to be in a committed relationship. They want to have options.
Yeah.
What if something better comes along? Again, if you think you can find something better than me, then I don't want to be a choice. If it has to be a choice, pick the other person because, right? Maybe that's why I'm still single.
Maybe.
I have standards.
Yeah.
But no, I think I think in today's day and age, everyone's looking for something better instead of just committing and, yeah.
Cool.
I think we used to commit a lot more.
Yeah.
Not everyone. If I meet someone, I am committed. I'm not, not just going to commit to anyone, but you know what I mean? If I find somebody that, I'm not going to entertain other things because that's just not who I am.
Yeah.
But I think that I do see it in people my age somewhat, not as much as people your age.
Yeah. All right. So moving into the mental health side of things, do you think that Gen Z is actually more anxious, or are we just more open?
I think you're more anxious.
Okay. I was going to say we're more open, but...
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people in your generation, like, maybe do feel that kind of thing, but they just aren't, like, they don't have it in them to, like, talk about it,
Yeah.
So it seems like there's more people in my generation versus...
But I think that, I think that is true, that your generation is more open to things, but you're also more anxious.
Yeah.
In the sense that, like, things... The amount of times that I hear from your generation, things like, oh, I thought that was about me, and I was really triggered.
Yeah.
That word, being triggered, is a response to trauma and that sort of thing, not because somebody says, I need you to do this, or somebody says, I need this to happen in the office, or... Right?
Yeah.
That's not being triggered.
Yeah.
I think that's where the stereotype of Gen Z comes in too, right?
Yeah.
The anxiety. I think that it's everything causes anxiety.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're nervous about it, or it's the I can't do that because it causes too much anxiety. I can't do this. I can't work this time. I can't, that kind of stuff. I see that more in your generation. But you're much more open to talking about things in my generation. Absolutely. And people in my generation have anxiety.
Yeah.
I just don't think that we get triggered and we get like, I can't do that, because we just kind of push through it. And I think that we also have this thing where, like, and I joke sometimes, like, oh, I'm a Gen Xer, so I'm just going to push through.
Yeah.
But there's also some merit in that too, right? That's resilience, and that builds resilience and confidence doing that. But I see much more anxiety in your generation.
Yeah. Okay. What does Gen X handle better mental health wise?
I think not overreacting to things. Like, Aunt Allie and I are going through something right now that I'm not allowed to talk about yet. It's a legal thing I'm not allowed to talk about yet. So, and we were reading some news articles, because it's in the news. We were reading some news articles, and even as a therapist, like some of the comments from the people that were younger, I was like, okay, like that's really hard, but
yeah,
I'm not off work and having to take medication because of it and having to, you know, I think that kind of stuff, we handled that differently. But then you can also look at the other thing where is it because my generation suppresses it all?
Yeah.
And we think that we can't feel because we never talked about emotions, and I don't know. I don't think for me so much that, because obviously I talk about emotions.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing. But what do you think?
I'd say the same, yeah. Like, you're better at just, like, being more composed. Like, if you were to put, like, a Gen Z or a Gen Xer in, like, I don't know, like, something that makes me overreact, or, like, exams.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, yeah, a Gen Xer would be nervous, but they wouldn't be, like, deep breathing before, like, in the hallway, like, can't look at anyone, like, has to stare at the floor, like, just better.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And that also, I mean, we're also, I'm like, what, 34 years older than you, right? So I think there's that too, right? It's maturity too, but even at your age, yes, I still had, because of my social anxiety and perfectionism, wanted to get good grades. But I still wasn't like, Tammy used to get so mad at me in college because I'd be watching TV while studying for her psych exams, and she would be like up in her room, headphones on so she couldn't hear anything, and I'd be like, you know, I never really got,
Okay. What does Gen Z handle better mental health wise?
Talking about emotions. Being able to express emotions. Although sometimes it can go too far.
Yeah. But that's okay. What?
Not you.
Oh.
I told you, you're not like stereotypical Gen Z, but
thanks.
Yeah, sometimes it's too much the other way, where it's like, okay, you've talked about your emotions for an hour now.
Yeah.
Not in session.
No.
You're supposed to.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it can go the other way, where it's like, okay, you keep saying how stressful it is, how anxious you are, how, you know, how hurt you are. Now, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Whereas my generation's like, yep, this sucks.
Yeah.
You suck. You did this to me, and I'm moving on, or I'm, you know, yeah.
Okay, so with that, like, what do you think we could learn from each other, generation-wise?
I say all the time to clients in my personal life that we need something in the middle.
Yeah.
Because for Gen Xers, the pendulum's so far this way where, you know, it's like, shut it down. You know, we are tough. It doesn't bother me. You can't hurt me, kind of thing. And then Gen Z is so far the other way, where it seems like everything hurts your generation, and coping is very low for your generation. It just is. I mean, I see it too all the time in what I do, but and resilience is very low, and that's part of, you know, the way like societal way you guys were raised too, bubble wrap generation. And you know, Lily said to me, what builds resilience, one time, and I said, failure. But we didn't let you guys fail. And even like yesterday at McKinley's hockey camp, they played a game and they were keeping actual score. And one of the kids' grandmothers was sitting next to me, and she said to me, wow, they're keeping score. Because it was always like, if one team got a goal, they both got goals. That's not teaching resilience, and that's how you guys grew up, right? Whereas we grew up with, you lost, so what are you going to do to change it? And so I think we can, like, if we could get somewhere in the middle. And I don't know, so we talk our emotions a little bit more, and you guys toughen up a little bit more. We need somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, that makes sense. I agree. One thing that we often hear is that Gen Z and Gen X have completely different views on work. Do you think that's true?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You want me to expand?
Well, I can ask you a question. You can like.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you think that Gen Z has a different definition of success than Gen X?
I don't know what Gen Z's definition of success is.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I have I'm like a bit of a perfectionist, so mine's a little bit distorted.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I know you want to run Dalgity Counseling and Psychotherapy one day, right? Danica is becoming a psychotherapist, following in her aunt's footsteps. I know that, well, your dad talked about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That one's hard because I think even in my generation, success is measured differently.
Yeah.
Success, generally speaking, in my generation, because of how we were raised, is to have a career where you can retire when you're 55 to 60 with a full pension, benefits, married, house, pay the mortgage off by the time you retire, kids, have a cottage maybe. Like, that is like, generally speaking, for me, yes. I mean, I run a business. I want my business to be successful. I want it to make money. I want it to be known. I want to help people. But yeah, I would love to have my mortgage paid off and stuff, but it's not my success to me. And maybe it's because of what I do. I think it's a lot to do with that, but also who I am is I want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
I want to be comfortable in my retirement, but I want to have my tribe. I want to have my people around me. I want to be healthy and see my grandkids grow up. I want to, that's success to me. Grandma Brown, your great grandma, used to always say, and I said this, I did her eulogy at her funeral, and I said, Grandma always said the measure of success isn't the houses or the cars you have, the cars you drive or the houses you have. It's the number of people surrounding you.
Yeah.
And then I said the number of people that loved Grandma, she was the most successful person I knew. And so maybe it's because that's what she always taught me.
Yeah.
But that's how I see success, is not just what you accomplish financially or whatever, work-wise, but what you accomplish as a person as well.
Yeah.
I think your generation, I don't know what your generation sees as success.
I feel like it's more similar to kind of like being self-fulfilled, like not, like more similar to the second definition, like your definition that you gave, where I feel like Gen X is more like the first definition.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong.
Obviously you want that,
I want to have, I don't care if I have $1 million in the bank. It'd be nice. But I want my business to be successful. But I think a difference is my generation. I want my business to be successful. I want maybe to make the money or whatever, but I work my butt off to do it. Right? I work hours and hours and hours. Now I can pull back on that, but to starting my business, I work 7 days a week. 2 jobs, like my full-time job, and then building the business, and then came in on Saturdays and Sundays, and like I worked my butt off to seek that kind of success. And I still work hard. Whereas I think a lot of Gen Zers want that maybe, but don't want to work for it. That's what I see too. I need to make more money. Okay, you need to work more hours, but I don't want to. I know my time is valuable. I know my worth. Okay, but then you're not going to make more money, but I want to make more money. But you have to work, but I don't want to. Like, that's what I see. I agree with that, I see that a lot, yes.
Okay. So with that, actually, good segue. Do you think that hustle culture is fading, or has it just changed?
Hustle
culture, yeah.
I think it's fading. Yeah, I think it's fading. Again, I know some Gen Zers that work hard, but I think it's fading because of just what I just said. Like, I've heard it many, many times. I'm not making enough money. Okay, well, maybe you need to work. Like, I literally had someone say to me once, yeah, I need to make more money. Mm-hmm. Okay. So maybe instead of a part-time job, you can look at a full-time job.
Yeah.
Well, my boss wanted me to work more hours. I'm Gen Z, baby. I know my worth, is what I was told.
Okay.
I'm not working more because they want me to. And I'm like, okay, but you want to work, but you want to make more money.
Yeah.
I think that hustle culture, I think it's fading.
Yeah.
Do you think?
I agree, yeah. I feel like it's person dependent right now at this point. But
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Like, even in school, like, I can see it.
Yeah.
But I feel like
well, you're not.
I put work in, but
Your father and I make fun of you because you study on Friday nights instead of going out and you're in university.
Yeah.
But so do your friends.
I know, that's what I mean. It's like very like,
Yeah. But I think we surround ourselves around the people that, I think that's part of it too. I also know some people that go to your school too that we talk about, that not that we talk about, but like that you've like that don't that are out Friday and Saturday night.
Yeah,
so
very true.
And Thursday.
Yep. So if you could give one piece of career or adulting advice to somebody in their 20s today, what would it be?
Work hard for what you want. If you work at something and you work hard at something, you appreciate it more than if it's handed to you.
Yep.
We learn that. Work for what you want. Don't think that people are going to hand you things all the time. Mm-hmm. If a boss says this is what they need to be done at their business, they're not attacking you. They're not centering you out. They're not triggering. They're not. Just take that step back. It's not necessarily about you. And if you think it is about you, then think about what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Because if you automatically assume it's about you, then are you doing that?
Yeah.
Right? I think that that's important. Work-life balance is important. I hear that from Gen Zers a lot, and younger millennials. I need a work-life balance. Okay, but work is in that life balance.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Right. So to wrap up, we're going to do a little bit of a rapid-fire this or that.
Oh, I suck at this or that.
No, but it's not
I say both all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and if you want, you can explain. I'll let you explain if you want.
Okay.
I don't think it needs explaining, though. It's very surface level.
All right.
Okay. Phone call or text?
Okay, wait. Like that I would rather do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you meant like Gen Z or...
I'll do it too. I'll answer too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phone call or text?
Yeah.
I think phone calls are better, but I tend to text because phone calls with my friends, no problem. People, if I'm in a relationship, no problem. Family, no problem. But like phone calls out, I get stressed with that because of my social anxiety, so I would much rather text. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't have an answer.
Yeah, I'm same. I like call family, friends, text. Well, I guess I just text everyone, honestly.
Yeah, but if you needed to call me, you would call me, not like stressing out about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Instagram or Facebook?
There's a Gen Xer thing, right? Facebook. My life before all my social media on here, it was Facebook. Yeah. I only had Facebook. Yeah. I had Instagram, but I barely ever looked at it. But now with all my social media, so if I didn't have all the social media, it would be Facebook. Although I'm fading away from that a bit. Yeah. But now Instagram, I'm on it too.
Yeah, I'm Instagram. I don't even have Facebook, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Books or podcast?
Again, up until I started doing this stuff, it would be books.
Yep.
I have a ton of books. Mm-hmm. And I still get books because I like to go back and reference them, but I listen to more podcasts now. Yeah. But I have a hard time with auditory because of ADHD.
Yeah.
I have a hard time with auditory learning. I need to see it sometimes too, but anyway.
I'm books.
Yes,
which
you
is
are.
like surprising. We like did a little
Yeah.
flip flop there. Okay. Plan ahead or wing it?
I'm kind of a wing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm kind of a wing it. I mean, I used to be plan ahead. I used to be Allison and Ollie used to get mad at me all the time because we'd go on vacation and I'd be like planning all this stuff.
Yeah.
But as I got older, I'm kind of like, I want to have a plan. But when it comes to it, like when we go to Toronto or whatever, I'm like, let's just walk and see what we find. Let's just, right, I'm more of a wing it that way. Obviously with my business, I'm planner, I'm not wing it, but generally speaking, I'm a more of a wing it. You're a planner.
I know. I was going to say, well, I plan ahead.
I think a lot of Gen Zers do.
Okay.
Because of the anxiety component.
Yeah. Emojis or punctuation?
A punctuation.
You use emojis all the time, don't lie.
I do use emojis, but what do you mean by punctuation?
Like exclamation marks or like...
I thought you meant like how I do like the semicolon smiley face.
No, I meant just like, yeah.
Yeah. I use emojis all the time.
Yeah. Same. Voice notes or typing?
Voice notes. I used to type all the time.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I talk into it all the time.
Yeah, we can tell you talk into it. Makes no sense sometimes. I'm like, okay, let's decipher that.
Yeah, because my Lanark County twang is in there too, and it doesn't understand my country girl twang, and it doesn't understand what I'm saying. And then sometimes I hit enter, and I'm like, what was that? But often I do it, and then I go back and I have to edit. Like it take me longer than just typing it out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so final question of the thing here.
Yeah.
What's one thing that you've learned from Gen Z?
Oh. What if I say nothing?
Whoa!
I think one thing that I've learned is kind of what I said before, in that my generation needs to slow down a little bit and look at more of a work-life balance. But I don't think Gen Zers do that totally. I think that they look more at life balance than work. But I think that we should look at slowing down. What have you learned from Gen X?
I've learned better work ethic, I think. I think that's why I am the way I am. It's because of the people that raised me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so. Because we're all like awesome.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, you have a good work ethic for sure.
Thanks.
You're not stereotypical, like I said, with work ethic and stuff like that. With a lot of it.
Yeah.
There's a few things, but that's, like normal. I said, your generation. Yeah. So it's what you grew up with. So yeah.
That's it.
All right. Okay, that was cool. We could do another one because there's so many more things that we could talk about. Like just when I was talking about growing up, like there's things that we could talk about. We're going to do another one because there's part two, because there's things we could talk, like the TV I had, the video games, like our video games, not like they are now. No. That kind of thing. I think that we could talk about so many things that. So we'll do a part two. We should get like a panel with all the girls. Yeah. Because there's millennials, there's Kathy and I are Gen Xers, and then there's Gen Zers in it too. Yeah. That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Do we know any baby boomers? Anyway. All right. All right. That's a wrap. Thanks for joining us today. That was kind of fun doing the differences. Next time I want Danica to answer more of the Gen Zer stuff too. Not just all about me. Anyway, we will see you again next week. And until then, take care of you. That's it for today's episode of the Mental Playbook with Christine Dalgity. Remember, the work doesn't end when the episode does. Thank you so much for watching and for being part of these conversations. If you're enjoying the podcast, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. It helps us grow and reach more people who might need this too. And don't forget, take care of you.